Welcome along, everyone. How are you all? Nice to have you here. We are at Airports West. We're at the, you know what hotel we're at? Skyways Hotel, that's right. Skyways Hotel, Airport West, here for North Melbourne night. We've got two fellas out the back now. They're pretty excited about coming out here to meet you. So we're going to get straight into the show. We don't want to muck around. What I do need to tell you, though, this is the only live and interactive footy panel show going around in Australia. There's a lot of very serious footy panel shows out there, maybe too many. This is not one of them, all right? So you're going to have a little bit of fun here. We want you to. Let's go with it. Our first panellist, he's played a total of 184 games and kicked a total of 131 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2009 when he wears the number 7 on his back. Can you please welcome to the stage, Jack Zeeble.
And sing it one and all. Join in the chorus.
Look at that.
On the ball. Good old North Melbourne. They're champions, you'll agree.
Good to see you, mate.
North Melbourne is the team that plays to win for you and me.
Not bad. Do you know, I wanted the boys to actually stand downstairs out the front because the time that we get that song underway, they'll just finally get to the stage because it's not a bad song, that one. It's got a few lyrics in it, hasn't it?
It has. It's a bit to remember. It's always good to see the first few players after singing it after the game have got no idea what the words are. So.
That's always nice, isn't it? Underneath the blue and white we stand. Yeah, all right. Our second panellist, he's played a total of 95 games and kicked a total of 207 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2014. When he plays footy, he wears the number 50 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Big Benny Brown.
And sing it one and all. Join in the chorus. North Melbourne's on the ball. Good old North Melbourne. They're champions, you'll agree.
Ben,
North
see you,
Melbourne
mate.
is the team
Well done.
that plays to win for you.
How's that? Just take it all in, boys. This is fantastic.
It's a full house.
It is. I'm blown away. I was saying earlier we hadn't done a North Melbourne show for a little while, but I'm so happy we've done one tonight. And what better representation from the North Melbourne Football Club than these two, eh? Yeah? Yeah. I reckon so too. Yeah. Yeah. Great to have you boys back. It's been a while since you've been on the show. We did allude to that downstairs, but we're not going to go into any rigmarole. It's just really nice to have you here. And you'd be happy to be here, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Has been a couple of years. Good to see a few familiar faces in the crowd too.
Yes. Yeah, they made sure they sat up the front so they could see you. Yeah. Well done. Hey, the way we do this show, boys, it's a way that people can get to know you and you can get to know them. We'll get to know them a little bit as the night goes on. Let's kick it off with this. So this is our first segment, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Who Are You? Boys are sitting there going, okay. It's a bit weird. What's going on here? Boys, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You can answer them as quick as you like, or we can, digress. We'll go with the first one. Who did you barrack for when you were growing up? We'll start with you, Jack.
I hate this question because the answer is Collingwood. There was hope for me and hope for my family, and we've changed the blue and white, which is
right. The stripes were there, they just weren't the right colour.
Exactly
yeah, I
right,
get you,
exactly,
I get you.
yeah.
That's a nice, easy one to start with because I hate these quick fire questions.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't work in that way. But I actually went for Fremantle when I grew up.
Not so many boos. I think there was more size there than you poor fellow. Yeah.
I think everyone was just shocked and surprised, particularly being a Tassie boy like I was.
Absolutely.
I picked just about the team that was furthest away. I think the reason I did, though, was because we used to have I suppose, footy colours day every year at our school, at my primary school, and we used to get up and you'd have the song play and everyone would walk around and they always skipped straight over the Fremantle song because there were no kids that went for Fremantle. Right. So I decided I wanted to go out on my own. And lucky because the next year I was there with my scarf, my Freo scarf, waving it around. I reckon I walked around by myself for about 15 minutes. That's about how long the song goes for. So.
That's actually the best answer I've ever had to that question, and the most lengthy one as well. But I do appreciate that.
You said quick fire.
Yeah, I did. But as you said, I need time to think. Maybe I do now too. The best part about that is I like to ask that question off the top so we can get all the booze and all the other stuff out of the way, and then we can get back to some other serious stuff. Do you have a particular song that gets you up and about and gets you pumped? Is there one that you can just go to straight away?
I think there's a couple probably, like the old-fashioned Eye of the Tiger sort of stuff.
Oh,
that
yeah.
gets everyone sort of. I think that's from the Rocky movies back in the day.
Yes, it was. Yes.
That always still resonates with me a little bit. But we
Okay.
play a song called, I think it's a Roy Jones Jr. song he used to walk out to, The Boxer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
Can't Be Touched. We actually play that in the rooms before the game, before we run out. So if
Yeah,
anyone's
right.
been in the rooms before the game,
Yeah.
we do some tackling drills to that song. So it's
right.
supposed to get us pumped.
And
Sometimes
does
it
it?
works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Hopefully it works more than it doesn't.
Let's go with it. Yeah, all right. And Ben, what about you?
I vary wildly.
Yes.
So whenever we get in the car, so Hester always, a lot of people who know my wife Hester, and we always jump in the car together, and she comes in with me to the ground. That's kind of our pre-game ritual.
Okay.
And she always asks me what music I want, but it varies so much. I'll put on Eminem one day, and I'll have really quiet stuff the next day.
Right.
So it really depends on the week. How I'm feeling.
Okay. All right. Nothing in specific. I like it. What would you have done if you didn't play footy?
Probably not much. No, I don't know. I was lucky. I got a good job playing footy for a start, but I think I probably would have done a trade. I would have probably skipped year 11 and 12,
Yep.
and then jumped into a trade. But I got given a scholarship to go to private school, which was the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
No doubt. And that probably kept me in school. What
What sort of trade would it have been?
Probably an electrician. I had an
okay.
apprenticeship lined up when
Yep.
I was a young fella,
Yep.
and private school, the timing of that sort of steered me away from doing
Yeah,
an
right.
apprenticeship.
Sparky. All right. Ben?
I've finished a journalism degree, so I'd probably be writing about footy if I wasn't playing it. So,
Yeah, right.
or some other sport.
Do you know, I knew all your answers were going to be very varied tonight, and we're only 3 questions in, and this is fantastic. So let's keep on this vein. What if you could, who would be that person you'd like to meet on the planet?
One person.
I hate this question because I never have an answer prepared.
Neither do I. Oh, that'd be interesting. You can't go past like Michael Jordan or Tom
Yeah,
Brady.
okay.
I love American sports, so
Yes.
those guys.
I love seeing what LeBron did today with opening up a promise school.
Yeah,
which was
LeBron's
bloody
in
awesome.
that category as well.
Yeah.
So those 3 guys.
One
I
of
think
those
would be-
individuals, yeah.
it'd be unbelievable.
You went Michael Jordan. I'm going to go for another Michael J. But it's Michael J. Fox.
Oh.
From my favourite movies of all time, Back to the Future.
I told you these answers are going to be varied. I love it. Well done, mate. Hey, what's your favourite Melbourne suburb? Do you have one?
My favourite Melbourne suburb is Maribyrnong.
Okay, nice.
That's where I
Good.
live, so.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know enough Melbourne suburbs yet to comment. I still feel like I'm too much of a Tasmanian.
Really? So you don't have a... Yeah, all right, okay. Hey, what do you do to relax and unwind?
I play some golf and PlayStation.
Okay.
So there's probably a few kids here that play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to be fairly...
I'm no good at it, so I don't play it.
It's a fairly topical subject, I can tell you, amongst most of the footy players. And can I ask you, golf-wise, what's your favourite golf course in Melbourne? Or even Tasmania?
Well,
If you
I
get
like
down
if I can get on down the coast. What's it called? Down at Cape Shank, the National.
Oh, yes,
Sorry,
yep,
mental
yep,
blank. The National is a very, very nice course. Got the old
Okay.
course and the ocean course.
Nice.
But locally, there's one in Maidstone,
Yep.
Medway, which is
Yep,
a private course, which
okay.
is really nice as well.
Oh, good. All right. Ben?
I
What do you
like
do to relax?
I like a good movie or a TV show on Netflix.
Good.
And I'll sit in for a night of Netflix with Hess, and we'll have the 2 cats with us as well. We've got 2 cats at home, so
That is perfect.
just chill out.
It's very nice. Yeah, there you go.
Does anyone follow
that
Brownie
a
on
sound-
social media?
Yeah.
I don't know if you put it up on social media. He told me the other day that his cat got in a fight down the street and lost part of its tail. So now it's got a cone on its head. Yeah. So actually, I think it might have been Hester's Instagram. She was cuddling a cat with a cone on its head.
Yeah. And it did not enjoy it one bit.
Not at all.
I can tell you that.
Jeez. I've got my next question after this one will be relating to what you and Esther get up to whilst you're on the couch. Keep it clean, everyone. What do you do? This is the question. Do you have any movie, TV show, or video game video game recommendations? So any TV or movie, Netflix, Stan?
You start.
Anything
You're
wanna...
the man on Netflix.
Well, see, I've already suggested a movie.
Yes.
So I've gone for that one.
Yeah.
TV shows, what have we gotten into? Hester's gotten really into MasterChef lately.
Oh, really?
And I never thought that I'd ever see anyone who actually enjoyed sitting down and watching MasterChef every week. Sorry for anyone out there who does, but
Yeah.
I've actually gotten into it a little bit as well. So
Really?
I left her at home. She missed out on the final, but she was just about to find out who won. So I've left her at home with that.
Wow. Okay. Do you have any TV show, movies, or video game recommendations?
Yeah, I used to live with Sam Wright, and we
Yeah.
used to watch, this is without lie, the OC box set back to front on rotation.
No way.
Yeah, I know. Probably shouldn't have said that. But
It's out there now,
Yeah,
mate.
it's out there.
Wow. All right. This is good. Who was your idol or hero when you were growing up? Did you have one? Obviously you
Yeah,
wouldn't. But
I'll go first. So my uncle, James Manson, played at Collingwood Footy
Collingwood.
Club. So
Yep.
Jack probably might have been just after your time, Jack.
Yeah,
Perhaps you would have been a bit too young for my uncle, but
Yep.
he was a bit of an idol for me
Yes.
growing up, and obviously my parents as
Yeah,
well.
good. Excellent. Lovely answer. Jack?
yeah, unfortunately, Nathan Buckley.
Okay. Tough. But let's move right along. All right. Hey, no, I admire him too, mate. I think he's a fantastic fellow.
Great player, great
Yeah,
player.
absolutely. Hey, when you travel overseas, and we probably alluded to this in the top of the first question, when people ask you what you do, what do you say?
I'll tell a lie. Honestly, it's too confusing to
Yeah,
tell
it's
people
too
what you
much
do.
Yeah.
isn't it?
So do you ever? So
I'll say I'm a student.
student. Okay. Bennis, it happened to you?
We went travelling for our honeymoon last year,
Right.
which a few people here would know about as well. I don't think it really came up too much.
No, okay.
But yeah, I think I tried to explain it, particularly to a couple of Hester's host family from Italy.
Okay.
So she lived there for 6 months when she was younger. So I definitely explained it to them. We had them in blue and white scarves by the end of the our
beautiful.
stay.
So they thought they were barracking for Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. That's fantastic. Well done, mate. I love it. Hey, who or what is your favourite musical act on the planet? Do you have one of those?
Musical act is definitely, it's a Melbourne band called the
Yeah.
Cat Empire.
Oh, yeah.
They're my favourite band of all time. You haven't
Nice.
heard of them?
Yep.
Make sure you go home and
Get onto them.
look them up.
Yeah, as
Spotify.
Molly would say, do
It's
yourself a
place.
favour. Yep.
I'd have two, I think, just from seeing them live.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran,
Right.
live,
Yeah.
unbelievable. And Adele as well. Her voice
Okay.
live
Yeah.
is
Right.
incredible.
One concert with Adele or two? Have you seen? Just the one.
Just when she was at Etihad, I think, 2
Yeah.
years ago. Last
Yeah,
year or 2
recently.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was,
We actually both went to Ed Sheeran, didn't we?
we did. We sat next
And-
to each other. didn't we?
It's fun. I walked in, right,
Yeah.
with Hester. We thought this is going to be a nice, quiet, chilled out date night. And in walks Jack and Sam Wright sitting right next to us.
There's 60,000 people sitting at Etihad. And we end up next to each other.
Wow.
Incredible.
With their box set of OC. Oh, unbelievable. That's a classic. I love it. Hey, what's your favourite movie of all time and how many times have you seen it?
Well, I've said mine already, and it'd have to be in the 20s or 30s, I reckon.
Which
Yeah.
is your favourite one? 1, 2 or 3?
Oh, it's got to be number one.
Number
It's
one,
The first and the best.
Yeah. 20 or 30 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon I have. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Am I sparking anything that means you might be watching it again soon? It's not a bad movie, actually, Dan.
It used to be Lockie Hansen when he used to be at the club. It was his favourite movie as well, and I remember it was actually I think it was maybe even last year, and I didn't know that it was Lockie's favourite movie. We were travelling travelling on an away trip to I can't remember where, Sydney or something, and he had it up on his phone,
Right.
and I went, "This is amazing." So we ended up. We actually spent a night. I went over to Lockie's place. He made me dinner, and then we watched it.
Match made in heaven. Wonder Twin powers activate. I love it. All right, excellent. Sorry, Jack.
Bad Boys sequels for me. It's got a bit
Okay.
of everything: action,
Yeah,
love, and
yeah.
funny comedy. Yeah, sorry.
A romantic
everything,
thriller.
yeah. Covers it all
Yeah, I'm
bases
with it.
covered.
I'm with you. Hey, is there anything that really annoys you at the moment that you want to discuss? Anything that gets under your skin?
In general, or in
Yeah, in general.
Nothing really annoys me too much. I don't
All
think.
right, I thought you might say that. And you know what? I was thinking, you know how Alistair Clarkson
into
went
that.
down and he met with Gil McLaughlin and he was talking over coffee, about the incident between McAvoy getting his arms chopped and then getting blocked and not being able to get to potential marking contests. Is there anything that you would like to allude to? Do you think you're getting a fair break?
I won't say much on the topic, but I will say that I didn't really mind that conversation being had.
Good.
Let's leave it at
That's
that.
a very good answer. Very diplomatic too. I like it. Yeah, okay, that's good. What about you then, Jack?
I don't think so.
No? You're pretty happy with everything as well?
Everything's going okay. Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, I like that too then. Does your partner ever give you any feedback or insight on your footy? This is for both of you, but I'm looking at you, Ben.
Oh, we always debrief the game.
Okay.
Yeah, she's into her footy.
Yeah, good.
Grew up a Saints supporter, but I converted her pretty quickly. Yeah, we always debrief the game, but she's always very supportive.
Okay.
Make sure that I'm feeling good about myself, but not too good about myself.
Nice.
She makes sure I keep my head screwed on. If I start getting a bit too ahead of myself, she'll knock me right back into place.
Yeah.
But
Good, mate.
she's
Good.
very supportive.
Very nice. I like it. Okay. Jack, what about you?
I don't have a partner, but
No.
Sam, we debrief with each other.
It was only a matter of time, wasn't it?
I thought I'd keep running with that. Yeah.
Very good. Boys, what's your favourite day of the week and why?
I like Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, the weekend's near.
Has a feel to it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, whoever invented the working week had it backwards.
Okay.
They should work Saturday, Sunday and have the weekend Monday to Friday.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever
Yeah.
did that back in time
Yeah.
got their priorities
Yeah,
wrong.
I could concur with that. Yeah, I'd be all over that. What about you, Ben? What's your favourite day of the week? and
I
why?
reckon whichever day game day is, obviously.
Yeah.
And then closely followed by whichever day the day off is during
Yeah,
the
right.
week.
Yeah. Good answers to both. Where has been your best ever holiday?
I think I like the US sports.
Okay.
New York
Okay.
is incredible, closely followed by Greek islands.
Can I ask you, New York, how long were you there for? And
yeah.
how much sport did you go on to see while you were there?
A week, and we saw NFL game and an ice hockey game.
Oh, brilliant.
But we've
Excellent.
been to the NBA around America
Yeah,
as well. But
yeah.
yeah, I like NFL and
Yep.
I like New York. I like
Beautiful.
America. It's
Excellent.
fun.
What about you, Ben?
Oh, I haven't actually travelled much.
No.
So I always love Tassie for a holiday. It's not really a holiday. It's going
It's
home.
overseas.
But it counts, doesn't it? But
overseas.
like I said, our Europe trip last year, probably my favourite place there was Scotland. We sort of hired a car and just drove around. And
Oh, nice.
the scenery was beautiful, probably because it was like Tassie.
Tassie. I'm going where my heart goes. Yeah, I'm with you. Good on you, mate. Wow. Hey, what's your favourite meal, boys? What do you love to indulge in, whether you're allowed to or not? You know.
Yeah.
What would that be?
If I was to have one last meal for the rest of my time, it would be curried sausages, I think.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty weird, I know.
No, it's not. It's not. Is
an
it
old
coming?
staple.
Is it? Is it peas and corn and mash?
Mash. Mum made it with beans and carrots and onion. Pretty
Nice.
random, but that's how I was in childhood.
Yeah, good. All right.
Good times.
Well, speaking of things that you can't eat, there are a lot of things that I can't eat, as Jack and the other guys at the
Yes.
club would know. So I am celiac, so I have to follow a gluten-free diet. I'm also vegan, so yeah, probably my favourite place to eat is anywhere in Fitzroy. Lot of vegan places there.
Lots
But
of beans.
Yeah,
I'm with
that'd
you.
be it.
All right. Okay. How are you with flying interstate for games? How do you cope with it?
I get motion sickness.
Oh, really?
So, and it's actually a few photos have popped up on social media of me because the way I combat that is to try and fall asleep as quickly as possible on the plane, so that then once you're asleep, you can't really feel the plane moving.
Also
so,
sleep with your mouth wide open.
No
not to take a
secrets
photo
here,
of
mate.
brownie
Yeah.
like that.
It's all out in the open.
Round one, we flew to Cairns, and there was a cyclone up there, and then the plane. You guys were on the flight, we were on a flight, and we went to land, and it was so bumpy that we had to take back off again and circle around for half an hour. And I look over, and Brownie's just about throwing up, and then Sean Higgins behind him. There's about 8 blokes sitting there with a sick bag in front of them, saying, "How good has the footy season been?" Mate? It's so nice.
Oh, I love flying. I was now going to ask you, what do you do on a flight? You've just alluded to it. You're trying to sleep. So what would you do, Jack?
I'll
What
watch
do
a
you do?
movie, or a couple, yeah.
Get
Take
into
the
it that
laptop.
way. All right. What's the most adrenaline-driven thing you've ever done? Got something that springs to mind that just goes, man. I did this once."
I am really not a high adrenaline.
No.
Driving to
Yeah.
the shops for Brownie.
Yeah, driving to the. It's probably pretty close to it.
Whoa, see that corner. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Jake,
No,
what
I
about you?
think my dad, when I was a child, really encouraged me to jump off things into the water.
That's why you've got no
Yeah.
fear. He's got no fear on the field. Yeah.
So there's a few hairy moments in trees where you're trying to get out of a tree where there's a branch that shouldn't be there and you're trying to
Yeah.
find your way. There's a few, that was probably a little bit of
Like
adrenaline
it.
rush.
All right. Okay, boys, let's change our focus here. Let's get over to the club. Who is the person that you would want to have the ball to win to kick after the siren?
Him.
Glowing endorsement right there.
Easy.
Do you have anyone you'd like to refer to?
Not me. No.
We're actually talking about this the other day. I think your set shots haven't exactly been online this year, have
Not
they?
to plan. Let's take a leaf
Not
out
to
of your
dig,
book.
not to dig it in too far because we've got 4 rounds left and then finals. So I want to make.
Onwards and upwards from
Yep.
here. Yeah. He would be the one though for sure.
You're on the up.
Okay, good. All right. Who's the coach's pet?
You say yours and I'll say mine. I'm not going after you. Don't worry.
No, I reckon we might have someone similar in mind. Taylor Garner is definitely the coach's pet.
Yeah.
Even when he's not playing, Brad's still talking
Really?
about what he does for the team.
Yeah. See, I was going to say.
Yeah, that's a real pet if that's happening. All right. Who loves getting their rig out at the club?
I wish I could put a photo up I got sent the other day of one of our teammates in the change rooms. Jared Waite.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He hasn't got a rig he should be getting out.
And I'm a bit worried
still
about
likes
that moustache too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
Yeah, all right.
but Majac's pretty keen to get his top off. We all know why.
Yeah.
I reckon in a fight earlier this year, Taz got his top ripped about in half, and I reckon it's the longest jog off the ground I've ever seen.
Once a me
100%,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
There's a
all
few
right.
phones out in the crowd, I reckon, as well.
Nice, boys. Hey, does your partner come to watch you play footy, or do they watch you at home? I'm talking about Sam Wright here, obviously. Do they watch you at home or come to the actual game?
Hess always comes along.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah. And interstate
big
as well,
supporter,
if she can?
What's that?
Interstate as well, if she can?
Yeah, if she can, we pick
Yeah.
a few during the year.
If and there.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. All right. Who thinks they are the most intellectual at the club?
J-Mac. Jamie McMillan.
Yeah, I was going to say J-Mac.
He's went to Scotch Grammar or Scotch College.
Scotch College,
Grammar,
yeah.
same thing. And studied and got a degree at Melbourne Uni.
Right.
And thinks I think he's part of the PA board. He's on the board of the PA.
Wow, okay.
So he's got the,
Credentials.
we'll say he's book smart, not street smart.
Right. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Ed Vickers-Willis is probably the other one.
That's his protege.
Yeah. A truer word never spoken. I think Ed got 99.9 on his ATAR or something like that. He's a smart kid.
Yeah, he's a cluey little fella then.
I think
All
Will
right.
Walker is obviously played his first game of the weekend.
Yep.
He had 98 or 99 as well from his school.
Wow. All right. Who is careful with their money at the club? You can interchange that word careful with another word.
Now
if you want.
Boomer's left. This is a really hard one to answer, isn't it?
Yeah, Boomer was the one. I actually known Boomer for about 10 years now. I haven't seen his wallet yet. So we'll still hang shit on him.
I've had him on these shows a bit, and I can nearly attest to that. No, not at all. Yeah, that's good. All right, we'll go with that. Boys, let's go with this. Who has absolutely no fashion sense at the club?
I'm willing to put myself up here. Because you might have noticed on the way in, and I've probably beaten Jack to the punch here because he was going to say it. But you mentioned in your text to us a couple of days ago, Damien, you said, "Oh, make sure you come in this time, this venue, casual dress." And the moment I saw casual as opposed to smart or neat casual, I've chucked my runners on and my trackies on. So
Right on. That's what we want. We want built for comfort on these shows. Excellent.
Although if you are, it's a well-known fact, Nick Dalsano come from St Kilda to North Melbourne,
Yes.
and he was absolutely amazed that if you wear jeans at North Melbourne, you get teased.
Really?
At the club. So he used to walk in metrosexual looking kind of guy,
Yeah.
pretty happy with himself.
Very.
Wear a pair of jeans, some nice high tops, maybe a collared shirt, and would just get shreds torn off him.
I like
it's
it.
pretty,
It's all about the
down-to-earth
shindos.
club.
Yeah, good. Well done. Who spends their most time in front of the mirror?
Probably I live with a guy called Mason Wood. He enjoys the look of himself.
Okay. Is that more about hair or is that more about physique?
I think a bit of both.
Yeah, interesting. All right. Would you have anything you want to throw in the ring on that one?
Nothing more to add.
Nothing more to add. We're going to leave it at that and move right along, Damien, please. Stop kicking me. Which one achievement are you most proud of? What's that one achievement you're most proud of?
Probably, well, two. Getting married is one, and then also probably being drafted to an AFL club.
Well done. Very nice. Good.
Yeah,
Good
I
answer.
think pretty similar to Brownie, although I'm not married yet. Maybe one day.
Haven't asked Righty yet.
I think being named captain as well of North.
Oh,
I think that's
brilliant.
yeah.
Well done. Yeah. Great answers, boys. Thank you very much. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Yeah, be nice to your mother.
Did it come from her as well?
Actually, I got told something yesterday that's
Yeah.
pretty spot on. Is don't be mean to someone who's got access to your toothbrush.
That's not bad.
Once I heard it, I sort of giggled. Then I thought that
Yeah.
is very smart.
That's not bad at all. Yes.
Very smart.
Very good.
Yeah. Live by that.
Yeah, I will. That's an adage now. All right, Ben?
Two, I reckon, study hard, and
Yes.
that was mainly my mum and my dad as well. So
Being a teacher, that would help,
They were
yes.
massive. They were massive on that. And I had a junior coach who told me to always run through the line of the ball when I'm marking it, and to always stretch my arms out. And so I think that's probably the reason why I end up looking a bit like a baby giraffe running around with my arms everywhere.
Mate, who cares? It's working. That's really good advice. I like that one. Mark the ball at the highest point. Yeah. What's been the best ever win that you've been involved in? And it doesn't have to be AFL level. It can be at junior level if there's just something that springs to mind.
Oh, there's a couple, I think, for us. For me personally, against Essendon in the 14 elimination final.
Yeah.
Being behind by 30-odd points. Everyone would remember that game.
Oh, yeah.
Coming back, Sam Wright likes to... I keep talking about Righty, but he likes to think he turned that game by himself. That one and the Richmond one elimination final a couple of years later.
Oh, yeah.
Or the next year. It was similar story.
Yeah.
And then the Geelong one as well. We were up by a lot and almost got beat, but we still won.
Good memories there. You all agree with that too, by the sound of it. Ben, what about you, mate?
Yeah, finals are always the best ones to win.
Yeah.
And that Essendon final, I think it was about 90,000 people. It was my ninth game of footy, so I was a little bit deer in headlights for most of that game. And probably just because you've talked about the finals, but one this year, the one that springs to mind is the Sydney win up there.
Oh,
That was probably one of my better home and away wins that I've been
great.
part of.
Excellent. Thanks, boys. Thank you very much. Which club has the most feral supporters?
I used to be one, unfortunately. Collingwood pretty... although, to be honest, the interstate teams, where you play in Adelaide and Perth, they're pretty ruthless over there.
Which one would you say out of these particular interstate clubs? I only ask that because I'm looking to go a little bit more in depth. We've got one particular club that we've had about 90% of the answers have been given about that particular club. So I'd be curious as to which club that might be from your perspective.
Well, feral's probably not a nice word. Like, they're just passionate supporters.
Yes, we can go with that.
Yeah, they're passionate. Port Adelaide's passionate.
Yes, there it is. There it is. Yeah, 90% of the time, that's the answer. Good. All right.
I'm going to go one out of the box here. Frankston Dolphins crowd.
They're ruthless too.
On the bongos in the hill.
For anyone who's been down to Frankston, they can be brutal.
Yeah. Jack Silvani went back down there recently. He had to play a game, and he said they were quite, that way inclined with him as well. So, we're there. Two last questions, boys. What's the one thing you can't live without?
One thing ahead of Sam.
Said thing, not person. Nice, though.
Thing, I'd say my dog, but...
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, my puppy.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thing.
It's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's fair enough. I'll say my cats then.
Dog and cat, all right. And here's your last one, boys. Apart from you, who is the best player at the North Melbourne Football Club?
It's a tough question. Very close. I think Cunner's for me. Just because I've seen what he's gone through to get where he is now. He's gone through a lot to get there, and it's awesome to see him get the rewards he deserves.
Well done. Great answer. Ben?
Yeah, there's so many good players at each end of the ground, really.
Yeah.
Robbie Tarrant is
Yep.
up there with the best. I definitely agree with Cunners, and obviously Sean Higgins had a massive year this year. You pick from any of those three,
Brilliant.
it's amazing to have all those guys in our team.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our segment called Who Are You? Can you please put your hands together for the boys? Thanks, guys. Thank you. Well done, boys. This is a footy panel show. We do talk a little bit of football. We do get into it very quickly, boys. We don't muck around in here. So I'm only really going to ask you a couple of things when we get it all up and running. Let's introduce it. Not bad. All right. Guys, here we go. It's round 20. It's Friday, August the 3rd. It's at the MCG, 7:50 p.m. It's going to be a crackerjack game. It's Richmond in first position, coming up against Geelong in 8th. Let's hear the Richmond song. That'll do. Let's go straight to Geelong.
We are Geelong.
There we go, boys. All right. So your thoughts and tips on this particular game. It is going to be a cracker, but you can go into it however you want.
I think the next 4 weeks is going to be some huge games.
Absolutely.
Started last weekend with a few 8-point games, and we're going to be involved in a few, which is going to be exciting.
And a couple of upsets, which
and
is
a
always
couple
good
of
this time of
upsets.
year.
Yeah, I don't think this year's football has shown us that expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
So it should be fun the last month. I think Friday night's game is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Geelong need to win, no
Yes.
doubt. Richmond want to win,
Yeah.
and I think Richmond probably will.
And they've got 18 at the G, 18 in a trot that they've won, which is a record. So it's going to be,
They played a lot of games there, though.
They do,
I think
they
they've
do.
played 14 or 15 there this year.
True.
So that's
True.
We've played
So-
2.
Yeah. Yeah. Not like the heydays of the 90s, is it? But from that, you would expect that Richmond should win. Geelong have got a great chance to come up, but your thoughts would be Richmond.
I think Richmond, but
Yep.
then again, I wouldn't be surprised with anything
Okay.
if Geelong can get it done. They've got some pretty outstanding players throughout the middle of the ground.
For
so
sure.
if they get going, big Tomahawk's in red hot form as well. He's
Two
trying to
bags of
chase.
7.
He's trying to chase Brenner down the top of the Coleman medal. But
I know, boo, get him
get
away, get
Brownie
him
a
away.
bag this week and sew it up. I think.
Yeah, 48 to 52. Congratulations on that, but we'll allude to that in a little bit. Your tip?
Definitely Richmond, and
Definitely Richmond.
I think I'll echo what Jack said before. I know I don't want to get bogged down in it too much, but there's been a lot of talk around the state of the game. I don't know whether anyone's noticed in the media,
Slightly.
but as Jack said, I think there'll be a lot of games this time of year that really affect the outcome of the 8, and it is so close. I think that's a great thing for footy.
Yeah.
And the middle part of the season, sometimes.
Sorry, that's good for footy, yeah. Sorry, I heard it.
The middle part of the season, I think every year in my memory, there are games where you go, oh, I don't want to watch this game, but I think that's the great thing about this year is there are so many teams vying for those last few positions in the 8, including us. So, I think it's great for the game.
Good, well
and
said.
it is good for footy.
It is good for footy. Thank you very much. Always nice to get that one in. MCG, this game, Saturday the 4th of August, 1:45 p.m. It's Hawthorn coming up against Essendon. Another game that, well, I'm going to get your tips on it. Hawthorn in 7th position. Let's hear them. That'll do. Thank you. Let's go straight to Essendon. And that'll do there. All right. MCG 1:45, 7th position for Hawthorn, 11th for Essendon. Essendon need to win.
They
in order
do.
to-
I feel Essendon. We played against them probably a month ago now in a high-scoring game. I think.
Wasn't it? Under the roof.
Yeah, it would have been good to watch except we lost. But I think they're riding a bit of a wave of emotion at the minute, trying to get from obviously not a very good start to the year to finishing off really strongly. And I can only resort back to what we've done in the past. And we did that a few years ago and played in a final against Adelaide, I think, over there, and we got absolutely pummeled, didn't we? West Coast. Yeah, actually, that was a bad day, that one. So I can just. Essendon at the minute are riding a high wave of emotion, and I just can't help but think that at some point they're going to have a bit of a stumble. I think they might be this week.
All right. What do you think, Ben?
It's really hard to pick this one because I really don't like either of these teams.
It's hard when you put emotion in it.
I'd really like to say one just because I don't really like the other, but I think maybe just marginally Hawthorn.
Oh, jeez.
Just because we
You
really
your
hate
tongue
Essendon.
getting that one out, didn't you? All right. We'll jump this game, boys, because we'll go over to the next one. This is also on Saturday, Adelaide Oval, 4:05 p.m. It's Adelaide in 12th position coming up against Port Adelaide in 4th position. Let's see Adelaide. That'll do. Straight to Port Adelaide. There we go there. So it's the showdown. Boys are coming up against each other. They always like to do this one. Who's going to come out on top?
I think Port in a big game over there. I didn't realise both Showdown and the Western Derby are on this weekend. So I enjoy watching those games. It's always spiteful, which is good.
Always nice to see other players get injured. Yeah.
You wouldn't enjoy a spiteful game.
It's always good to watch.
What do you reckon here, Ben? Who do you tip?
I think Port Adelaide should win.
Okay.
That they kind of need to stay in touch.
They do.
Well, we did them a little bit of a favour by knocking off West Coast last week, so it does give them a little bit of the shot at getting top two and having a home final, which is what everyone wants.
Absolutely. All right, boys, let's go to this one. Etihad Stadium, 7:25 p.m. It's St Kilda in 15th position, coming up against the Western Bulldogs in 14th. Let's hear the Saints. That'll do. Thank you. Straight to Western Bulldogs. And that'll do there. Boys, thoughts or tips? What do you reckon?
Tight again, this one. I think the Saints just.
Yep.
In a tight line.
I'm going to go the Bulldogs because we need to tip someone different.
Yeah, exactly. Can't agree all the time.
Can't be the same, can we? All right. SCG, 7:25 p.m, another crackerjack game. It's Sydney coming up against Collingwood. Sydney in 9th position, Collingwood in 3rd. Let's hear the Swans. That'll do there, and let's go straight to the Pies. All right, there we go. That'll do. Boys, there's obviously a lot of injuries in both of these teams, so I'm just going to hand it straight over to you. Your thoughts and tips on this one.
Oh, except for this year, Sydney have been really hard to beat at the SCG, and I think...
5 now they've lost, is that correct, I think? Yeah.
Something along those lines, and they've obviously lost the last 3, I think, in a row, but they're a pretty strong club and pretty proud, so I think they'll get a response this week, and they'll look forward to do that against Collingwood.
Wow.
Pick the Swans.
Yeah, okay. Ben?
I'll pick Collingwood. I think as much as I just don't think Sydney. I think Sydney have tailed off.
Yeah.
And I hope that continues because they're one of the teams that will fight it out with us for those last couple of spots in the 8. So
absolutely.
Hopefully Collingwood gives them a touch up.
Yeah. Okay. Nice,
I
boys.
should be bearing for Collingwood too then.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over to this. It's Sunday, the 5th of August. This game is at Etihad Stadium again, 1:10 p.m. It's Carlton in 18th position, coming up against GWS in 5th. Let's hear the Carlton song. That'll do. And let's go straight to GWS. All right, that'll do there. What do you think, boys? Is this as easy as it looks on paper, or?
I think it is. I think GWS are starting to hit some form, so they'll be hard to beat coming into the finals.
Okay.
Just a point on the GWS theme song. I mentioned the Cat Empire before.
Yeah.
The GWS theme song is written by one of the members of the Cat Empire.
Oh, is it really?
Just a little bit of trivia there for you.
Whilst you're at that, we've actually got our own version of the GWS theme song. Let's hear that. Listen to this one. See if you can pick this one. That's our version of it. There you go. Beautiful. 1980 Moscow Olympics. Beautiful. Sorry, boys. Let's get back to some serious tipping here. GWS, what are your thoughts?
GWS have really surprised me, actually. I kind of thought through the middle of the year that they'd struggle to make finals, but they've kept on winning. So credit to them, and they should definitely get the job done against Carlton.
I'm a little bit scared with them. It's like, don't pull their tail. They're coming back, and Jeremy Cameron's back this week as well after his suspension. So, yeah, they're looking a force to be reckoned with. Perth Stadium, 2:40 p.m. on Sunday. It's West Coast versus Fremantle in the Derby. West Coast in 2nd position, Freo in 13th. Let's hear West Coast. They're straight to Fremantle. All right, let's. 15 minutes walking around here trying to find a friend. Wow. All right. What do you think here, boys? West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast. We had them last week. Yep. They were probably off us a touch.
Yep.
Down in Hobart, but I think they will respond. They'll hopefully get Kennedy and Shuey back. A couple of good players they were missing on the weekend, which was lucky for us.
Yep. 2
of the worst songs in the game. Yeah, I think West Coast should win.
Okay, great. Second last game, boys, that we're going to talk about, MCG, 3:20 p.m. It's Melbourne in 6th, coming up against Gold Coast in 17th. Let's hear the Melbourne song.
It's a grand.
That'll do. Thank you. Straight to Gold Coast. And that'll be done. All right, boys, Melbourne v Gold Coast, MCG.
Melbourne should win, but the Gold Coast, if they've shown us anything, they're a little bit like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
Beat Sydney in Sydney, then get beaten by Carlton at home. Good
Who
luck.
knows? Yeah, it's up and down.
Yeah.
It's a coin toss.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
Yeah, Melbourne should win.
Yep.
Another one I've been really impressed by this year is Big Maxi Gawn.
Oh, yeah.
Who's just, he's been incredible.
Can get his hand to it.
Yeah, just for a guy who, I remember when I first got into the club and he was playing VFL and still pretty gangly and still trying to work out how to mark the ball and how to pick it up. And he has transformed himself into an amazing footballer.
Absolutely, I concur. Well said, mate. Let's go back to this game. This game, ladies and gentlemen, is proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. Let's get the big picture on this game. It's between Brisbane in 16th position coming up against North in 10th. It's at the Gabba, 2:10 p.m. Let's hear the Brisbane song. That'll do. Let's go straight to the North Melbourne one. Sing along, this is your chance, everyone.
So join in the chorus and sing it one and all. Join in the chorus, North Melbourne's on the ball. Good old North Melbourne, they're champions, you'll agree. North Melbourne is the team that plays to win for you.
Yeah, all right. What we're going to talk about, boys, I alluded to the fans and also I'll talk to you boys now. I've said there's a lot of pretty serious footy panel shows out there, maybe a few too many. We're not here to do any of that. You've seen with what we just did with the tipping. Give us your thoughts, give us a little bit of insight. We're going to do the same here. We may talk about some injuries and some updates there. If you want to allude to it, you can. If you don't, just look down at the floor and say nothing. All right? And we'll move straight along. All right? But we will discuss this. You're coming up against Brisbane, who are sitting 16th on the ladder with 4 wins and 14 losses, compared to you boys, who are sitting 11th on the ladder with 10 wins and 8 losses. Now, Brisbane have been a bit of a surprise packet over the last 4 to 6 weeks, which basically, to me, goes to show what it's like to have on-field leadership. It's so much underrated. What Luke Hodge has done for that club by being like a second coach and an on-field player has really given Brisbane, I think, the younger youth a lot more capabilities and a lot more belief in themselves. Would you agree with any of that off the top?
Yeah, I would for a start. I mean, Chris Fagan had a bit of a tough job when he first went up there, no doubt. But what he's done in the period of time he's been there can't be underestimated, sorry.
Yep.
And obviously Luke Hodge, his leadership and ability on the field, but probably more off it, I think, has had some impact with their footy club. They've got some quality players, though, don't forget that.
Absolutely.
And they have been decimated with injury over the last 3 years, so it's hard to play good football when your best players aren't out there.
True.
And luckily for Brisbane, we actually had a bit of an opposition meeting about them today, and they've had a pretty constant side, very little change over the back half of the year, and that's probably shown the last. I think they're 3 from 5 in the last 5 weeks, and I think they've beaten Hawthorn twice, once up there, once down in Tassie, and they're a very, very capable side. So them up at home are a challenge, and it's going to be, I think, pretty hot up there as well on Saturday. So we have to be at our best to get the job done.
Love it. Well done. Now, speaking of surprise packets, the same can be said about North Melbourne Football Club. No one probably gave you guys much of a chance this year. A lot of the people in the media probably wrote you off. Outside of this room, of course, and your supporters, of course. Never underestimate the Shinboner spirit. It's a dogged, never give in determination. Where does that come from? It's basically, when you talk about it, clubs talk about what they stand for, and North Melbourne stands for this. Now, you've got lots of people that have embody the Shinboner spirit of the North Melbourne Football Club, and I'm just going to reel out a couple of names here. People like Cunnington, Zeeble, Higgins, Anderson, Simpkin, Atley, Ahern. What a great game. Just re-signed for 2 years as well. Congratulations there. Someone you might be familiar with, Sam Wright, Dumont, Turner. They're all tough nuts, and that's the Shinboner spirit. You guys that have been barracking for the North Melbourne Football Club for whatever, whether it's been, 30, 40 years or you've only recently come on board, that's what the Shinboner spirit is. It's toughness around the ball and how you play your football. You would have to agree that the North Melbourne Football Club is playing the brand and style of football that you want to play at the moment. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think you look at our season last year, and I mean, talk about decimated by injuries. I think that's one way to put it. We were definitely a young side, but we have been this year as well. But having someone like Paulie Ahern come into the team and do so well. I mean, he was a guy who was on our list last year. It was pretty much confined to the bike and the grinder in the gym. So when you have guys like that, Benny Jacobs barely played last year. Sam Wright didn't play last year. Kane Turner was out for most of last year. Wadey, Mason Wood, all of these guys barely played last season. So when you have continuity and you have those guys back out on the field, geez, it makes a hell of a difference.
Absolutely.
And that's something that we've been able to do this year. And hopefully we can keep getting a few more back over the next few weeks and really run into finals well.
Beautiful.
And I think our coach puts it pretty well. We spend a lot of time in meetings and and trying to portray a way we want to play and what we stand for as a footy club. But within our four walls, I think it's important that we are building a brand of football that one can challenge the best and two beat the best. And I think there's football clubs around at the moment, with whatever stage of development your club's in. Some clubs, I think, go into games thinking, I hope we don't get blown out of the water here because of the stage of development they're in. But I think I've been at the club 10 years this year, and not 1 year have we gone into a game thinking, I hope we don't get belted today. Like, the coach honestly believes that we can win every single game, and that comes down to the players. And as leaders of our footy club, and Ben's the same now, it's about instilling the young guys with the behaviours that we expect from them when they pull the North Melbourne jumper on, and that is just to never give in and be really hard to play against. And some days you're going to get beaten because the other teams are better than you, but you'd rather walk off the field knowing you've given it your all and look at each other in the eye and think, we got beaten by a better team today. You can live with that. Whereas sometimes it's probably happened in the past. You walk off the ground and go, geez, did we do everything we could? And then you sort of feel sick after those losses because you could have done a bit more.
Wow, how's that for insight? That's brilliant. Thank you both. Fantastic, boys. Hey, did you see the Lions game against Geelong last weekend? Was there anything you took from that game? You probably didn't see it. If you didn't, we don't have to talk about it.
I think one thing I didn't see much of it. We obviously, like Jack said, we had our opposition meeting today, and I think they've been really competitive for the last few weeks. I think they had a few wins in a row, and then went down to Geelong, which is always hard for any team to go down there. And I think they were competitive for 2.5 quarters and got a bit blown out at the end, but. They've been really competitive for around a month or two now, and I think it just shows, like Jack said, they've got that continuity of getting guys into the team, and I think that makes a massive difference. I mean, I think about it from my perspective as a forward. Early on in my career, I didn't really know where to run, but when you get used to how Jack kicks the ball as opposed to how Cunners kicks the ball, everyone's different. So once you learn those things and those habits, it becomes a lot easier to play in my position. And I suppose you tack that onto Brisbane's game style, and it's pretty similar for them in terms of, you've got the same guys out there. They start to get a little bit more of that synergy. So that's something we'll definitely have to watch for this weekend. Because they really took it up to Geelong last weekend for most of the game, and they've won a few on the trot before that. So.
Fantastic. Well done. All right, boys. Very quickly, Lion injuries, Hodge calf test, Lions hand test, Hinge shoulder test, Paparone hamstring 1 week, Cutler suspension 1 week. Where do you see Brisbane's strengths? Is it something that you...
Yeah, I think they're forwards and mids, definitely. Definitely inside, they've got Zorko, Dane Beams, guys, Camerano is a young guy coming through, really good on the inside, winning the contested ball, and the ability to get forward to some pretty dangerous mid-forward types and kick goals like Louis Taylor and Alan Christensen and these type of guys who are pretty slippery characters. So we'll have to be good inside with Cunners and Higo obviously not being there. Paulie Ahern had a great game last week, so we'll look for him to back it up and Jed inside to get the job done. And I think if we beat him on the inside, get the ball forward, kick more goals than them, we'll win.
That's football. Very quickly, I'm just going to allude to this. It says here, weight calf 1 to 2. I saw on the news tonight, it looks like he's going to be coming back. Would that be...
He's close, very close.
Very close?
I think he's been ready he could have played last week.
Yep.
I think selection's tomorrow, so the coaches still have a few meetings to go with selection.
Okay.
But I think he got through training today and he's fit, so
how
hopefully we
nice.
can get him back and get him firing again.
Excellent.
We've missed him.
Very quickly, boys, Jacob's concussion, neck. Yep.
Yeah. I think similar story.
Same.
I think he's getting he's feeling a lot better now, and hopefully we can get him back in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, good. And very quickly again, Mason Wood, hamstring. There was a bit of a question mark around that. He seems to be all right.
Good. Yeah, he's sweet.
All right.
He'll be
Good.
really
fine. Yeah.
Garner's still going to be out with 1 to 2 with his hamstring. Hartong hamstring 1 to 2 as well. Morgan calf test. Watson knee 1 to 2 with Zerha with his ankle.
Yeah, Cam won't be back this year. So he broke his ankle.
Yep.
The other boys are all pretty close, so hopefully we can get them back and
Brilliant.
get some footy
Excellent.
on.
Yeah, I put down there Durgan leg, Vickers, Willis knee, obviously out for the season. Boys, how are you enjoying your football at the moment?
Much better when you win.
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's been good. I mean, the AFL season's a long year.
Yeah.
But when there's a finals carrot dangled at the end of the season, I think everyone's in a pretty good frame of mind at the moment. We're all excited for the next month of footy, and we all understand the opportunity that's there for us North Melbourne people.
Yep.
I'm sure all you guys are really excited as well, and we can't wait to get stuck in on Saturday. It should be
Brilliant.
fun.
Yeah, it is actually a really enjoyable place to be around at the moment. And I think you'd probably agree with me, Jack, in that I came into the club 5 years ago, and the vibe that we've got at the club now is completely different to when I walked in. And I think that's something that's great about the club now is that we've kind of made it our own from, I suppose, the younger guys up. You know, and it's really exciting, a lot of excitement, a lot of games being played around the club, and, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, you know, that's a bit of a distraction, but I think it's great that we've got that camaraderie and that we're building a really close group. So, yeah, it's a really enjoyable place to be around at the moment.
That's excellent. If you can take anything, that's what I've heard from all the Richmond boys, you know, and look what it's done for them. They've put themselves into a great position. What I just wanted to finish off with, I know that Sean went in and had arthroscopic surgery on his knee, just a bit of a clean out. He's going to miss one. We're hopeful that's going to be the case. If you don't want to say anything, put your head down. But
I saw he go this morning. He's actually walking around without a limp.
Fantastic.
So he walked in with a limp to surgery and walked out without a limp from surgery.
Great.
So
That's the kind of surgery you want, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to see his doctor.
So all I want to do is lastly say congratulations to Sean Higgins last week on his 200th, all right, for the North Melbourne Football Club, which was fantastic. Well done to him. Boys, I wish you all the best against Brisbane on the weekend. I want to see you guys make a charge. Get in there, play finals football. It's been a little while since we've had the North Melbourne Football Club in the final 8 and playing finals football. I wish you all the best with that this coming weekend. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for the boys. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All done. All right. That segment was actually proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. 6 great locations. They've got South Marine, Cheltenham, Fountain Gate, Hoppers Crossing, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. What we're now looking for, we're looking for 2 contestants to actually come up here and participate in this segment. We've got 2 kids in the room. Where have we got 2 kids there? I can see one hand just went up over there. And the little fella there in the North Melbourne jumper, yes, if you could make your way up, that'd be fabulous. We'll get you 2 boys up here. I'll introduce the segment as the boys are on their way up. It's called Playing to Win. All right, Sandy's going to get you up the front here. You're going to sit on those 2 stools. Who have we got here? Archer. Oh, we like the bow and arrow.
I wonder who's he's named after.
Archer and Mitch. Nice to have you, Archer and Mitch. Welcome to the show. All right, what's going to happen here, boys? You 2 boys are actually going to be keeping score. We've got a really elaborate scoring system here. That's basically a table tennis battle with a couple of numbers on it. Yeah, they're not bad, are they? What's going to happen? You 2 boys are going to be keeping score. I've already introduced the segment. What's going to be happening? Mitch, you're going to be playing on behalf of Ben Brown. And Archer, you're going to be playing on behalf of Jack Zeeble. Tough name for a tough nut. All right, the way that this is going to work, boys, Sandy's got a wheel down here. She's going to turn it around and let you boys have a quick look at it. These are the subjects that are actually on the wheel. We've got hit songs, grand final winners, countries and capitals, TV show themes, Brownlow winners.
I'm so bad at this.
All the subjects you don't want.
I was going to say I am.
Well, we're going to see how good either of you are, and the boys down the front here are going to keep score. The way that it works is, who'd like to go first? Wow, Jack Zeeble. I love it when they volunteer. We love it when they volunteer, don't we? All right, Sandy's going to spin the wheel. Jack, go for it, babe. There is 7 categories on the wheel, 10 questions in each category.
Okay.
Let's see what you've got.
Is this quick fire?
Sort of. Depends. We'll see. How'd we go? Grand final winners.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I'm no good at history. I failed at school.
Now, we had Orazio Fantasia on the show last week, and he actually spun up grand final winners. He got 10 out of 10.
10.
Blew me away. Yes, I won't say any more about that. But what's going to happen here, Archer, you're going to be keeping score each time that
I'll get one right.
your man gets one right.
If we get it wrong.
So we hope you get a real workout down the front there and you're sweating by the end of it. So I'm going to start with your first question. I need you to tell me who won the grand final in this year. So each time that I read one out, you've got to give me who the club was that won the grand final. Can you tell me, and please, no one's shouting out in the audience. Oh, all right, maybe just quietly. Grand final winner. Who won the grand final in 1995?
No, not North Melbourne.
That's why I don't want them shouting.
Carlton?
Yes, well done. Score. He's off the mark.
Carlton.
Well done. Who won the grand final in 2008?
Hawthorn.
Correct. 2 for 2. Who won the grand final in 2005?
Sydney.
Correct. He's going all right, isn't he? Who won the flag in 2003?
Brisbane.
Correct. Ooh. Who won the flag in 2004?
Brisbane.
No, Port Adelaide. Not bad. Who won the flag in 2015?
Oh, this is before the Bulldogs. No, was it? Yeah. Hawthorn.
Correct. Well done, mate.
Played Sydney. I went to that game.
Yeah. Probably had a few beers and you forgot. That's all right. It happens.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. Who won the flag in 2014?
Yeah, we'll say Sydney.
No, that gentleman out there would be right. Same team, Hawthorn. 2014.
Yeah.
Who won the flag in 1999? I said, surely.
Us.
Yeah, all right. It was the Kangaroos. You got that one, Archer. Who won the flag in 2001?
Brisbane.
Correct. And for your last question, a total score of, he's got, what, 7? Is that correct? Or, yeah, 7? 8. All right. Yeah, okay. I like it. You just make it up as you go along. Your last question, who won the flag in 1997?
Adelaide.
That'll be correct. Well done. I think you finished up with a score of 8. Yeah. 8, 9. Let's go with 9. Yeah, all right, 9 it is. Well done, Archer. Not bad. Well done, mate.
I just blacked out what happened.
Yeah, not bad. All right. Wonder what subject you're after now. Let's go for it, Sam. So you go. Ooh. We could have gone with grand final winners. If you hadn't got more than 8, that would have been a worry, though.
No.
Hit songs.
Hit songs. Wow. You like Cat Empire, as you've already alluded to. And
That's about where it starts and ends.
Yeah. You do like your music. This is, how can I put this? This is iconic songs the world over. This is music that everybody should know. It's probably some part of your set list. You could have heard it in the change rooms sometime over your football career. Okay. Or you could have heard it down at the Granada Hotel in Hobart one night. Okay. Let's see how we go. What's going to happen here, you're going to have 10 questions. Mitch, you're going to be keeping score, right? Every time he gets one right, you'll turn over the paddle. Sam, down the back there, and Rob, hello Rob, they're going to be playing a particular song. They're going to play about 3 seconds of it. You've got to then identify what the song is. Yeah. Oh, I like this, sweating bullets.
I want to get none.
We'll see how you go. Here's your first one.
White Wedding.
Yes! All right.
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol, White Wedding. Well done. See? It's not as hard as you thought.
I'm actually happy now.
I can see the relief.
Happy I got one.
Oh, I like it. Here's your second one.
Oh, Born in the USA.
It is. Very good. Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. Here's your third one.
Oh, what's it called though? Sex on Fire?
You would be correct. Kings of Leon. Well done. Here's your fourth one.
Oh, it's you too.
Yeah.
Which U2 song is it?
I'll just give you U2. No. You've done well. The song's Desire. You've got it. Well done. Let's move on to the next one. Biggest rock and roll band in the world.
I heard AC/DC.
Would you like to go with that?
I don't know the song.
Don't know the song?
No.
No, it's Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC. You heard it and you heard correct, so we'll go with that. Why not? Here we go. Number 6.
What is the name of the song?
No more hints. Tick, 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 tick. Nah. Pass. Powderfinger, My Happiness. All right, question number 7.
Sure.
I think they know it.
I got nothing.
Got nothing. I got nothing. Who is it, guys? Did you get that? It's K-San, Cold Chisel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit embarrassing.
All right,
this was what I was afraid of.
Let's go with number 8.
That's the Target song, isn't it? Do I get points for that?
Can we give it to him? Oh, yeah, you got it. Wow. Did I say at the start his answers were going to be varied? That was very good. It was in excess new sensation, but I like what you said. Let's go with number 9.
I can play it to myself in my head.
Yeah.
That's probably why I don't know it. I can't think of the name.
No? Australian Crawl when the boys light up. And here's your last one for this segment.
No.
Not ringing any bells? Sure? No?
We didn't have these songs in Tasmania when I grew up.
Careful, mate, you know.
They're only just coming out on CD.
CD, there wasn't such a thing as CD, it was all cassette. That's wrong. It was Guns N' Roses' Paradise City. Finished up with a total score of 6. Wow. That's not bad, mate. That's not bad. You finished up with a score of 6. But we have a winner, and that winner is Jack Zeeble, which means you are our winner. Congratulations, Archer. There you go. Thank you, mate. And Mitch, we don't have any losers here. We just have runners-up, all right? So what you've won is a cordial drink holder with some paraphernalia in there. And for winning, Archer, you've got all the vouchers, all right? So you've got a Cheesecake Shop voucher. And if you boys would like to come up and just give the boys a bit of a high five, or you want to shake from there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Thanks for playing, boys. Well done. Thanks to have you out here. Nicely done. Very good, mate. Very good. Told you. Yeah. All right, I'm looking for 2 adults. Who reckons they know a bit about the North Melbourne Football Club? Please, come on up the front. What you 2 gentlemen are going to be playing for, Sandy's going to come up here and she's going to show everybody.
Can I just say something pretty quickly?
Yes, you can.
Just want to point out that was my son who came up before Archer.
Yes.
Who's recently, his first actual team is Essendon lately. His North is his second team.
Right. But in saying that,
Talk about a stab to the heart.
but in saying that, you've brought him along.
Name's Archer. I didn't know you James heard.
Okay.
Sorry, boys.
We might have to leave this conversation for the end of the show. Hope you'll get.
Give the vouchers back, son.
Yeah, you're not going home with someone else, are you, Archer? This is what you're playing for tonight, boys. The Cheesecake Shop. A kangaroo's cheesecake. All right. So if you'd like to take your seats, I'll grab your names. Craig. Nice to have you here, Craig. And
Archer's dad.
Archer's dad. Let's go with Archer's dad. So I'll just really write down Essendon then. Yeah. All right, what's going to happen here, boys? I'm going to introduce the segment. The actual segment is called Simply the Best.
You're simply the best.
Leave the stuff to us, mate. I'm really dreading giving you a microphone. This is scary now. This segment is actually brought to you by the Cheesecake Shop, the nation's most loved cake shop made with love, boys. What's actually going to be happening here, you're going to have your microphone. Your buzzer is your name. So you need to buzz in with your name. Give us it.
Craig.
Wonderful. And you need to buzz in.
Should have changed my name to Jet or something.
No, you can say Archer's dad if
Archer's
you want.
dad.
All right. So Archer's dad and Craig, what you guys are going to be doing, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. The boys are going to be keeping score. All right, here we go. How many members does your club currently have?
Craig.
Craig?
40,000.
40,875. You are correct. It was within 1,000, so you got it. Beautiful, mate. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Craig.
Craig?
17th.
No. Would you like to have a go, Archer's dad?
Oh, Jesus. Last year's a bit of a blur.
I'm gathering that.
I'm going to say it was 14th.
No, 15. Bad luck, boys. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Yeah, Archer's dad.
Archer's dad?
6.
Correct, mate. He's up the mark. All right. Well done. Archer's dad, you beauty. All right. What year did your team last win a grand
Craig.
final?
1999.
Before the end of the question.
Before the answer to the question.
sorry.
That's all right.
But I'll give him that.
You can go with it. It was 1999. The second part of the question was, who did they play?
Craig.
Craig.
Carlton.
There you go. Well done. All right. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Craig. 38.
Gauging by my response, would you like to have a go?
Yeah, I think it was very close to Craig's answer. I was going to say within 4 points either way.
I'd like an answer though.
42.
35. Bad
Yeah,
luck.
that's what I said. Yeah, the microphone's playing up.
Who won the Norm Smith medal in that grand final?
Craig.
Yeah.
Craig.
Number 6.
Very good. but-
Shannon Grant.
Very good. Yes, it was Shannon Grant. This is for 2 points,
Do
mate.
you work for the club? Is this a
Lifelong
setup?
supporter, that's all.
This is for 2 points, mate. You've got a chance
You I
of
shouldn't have
catching
had
up.
those black sand bookers before coming up here tonight.
Yes, I'm wishing that too. All right, 2 points. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2000?
Craig.
Yes. In 2000 and who?
Hopefully it's 18. Ben Brown.
No. Would you like to chime in?
I'll let the question finish, please.
I like it, mate. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2017?
You can answer this one, Craig.
And for 2 points, how many goals?
I was Wadey.
Who have we got? Do you want to have a go? I'll let you back in.
How many goals?
How many goals and who was it?
I thought Wadey, but you can carry on.
Going.
I'm going to go Jack Siebel. Oh, Ben Brown. I said Ben Brown.
But you did, but the point was I hadn't finished the question. You went for
I'll go Ben Brown.
2018. And I had to
That's
go
just a
back to
trick question.
2017. So it's 2017. It is Ben Brown. And here, how many goals?
26.
Wrong.
42.
63. Bad luck, boys.
No, we wanted to add them together. That was a trick question.
Yeah, very nice. God, I can't wait for this segment to be over. Here we go. All right. For 3 points, who was the last North Melbourne player to win a Brownlow medal?
Archer's dad.
Sorry?
Archer's dad.
Yes, Archie's dad.
Teasdale.
No.
I went with him.
Ross
And
Glendinning.
I'll finish the rest of it as well. What year and how many votes did they poll? For 3 points.
1983.
Yes. 1 point.
29 votes.
That'd be wrong. Who did you say?
Ross Glendinning.
You'd be right. You got 2 points. It was 24 votes that he finished up with. Guess what? You are simply the best. Well done.
Thank you.
You win. Congratulations. The cake is all yours. Well done, boys. Archer's dad, you don't go away empty-handed. Please give me back that microphone. Thank you. Thank you very much. You get all the vouchers, my friend. Well done.
Thank you. I didn't want you to feel left out, Ben. That's all. We're kindred spirits.
Well done, boys. Thanks for playing, guys. Appreciate you being part of it. Little bit of fun, a little bit of and giggles. So, very good. What we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, I need, basically I need two contestants. I'd like 2 kids to come up. We'll introduce a segment. It's called Say My Name. Fantastic. Josh and Callum, welcome to the show, boys. What's going to happen here? You're going to be keeping score. The boys will turn the paddles back to 1. You're going to need to be a little bit quick on the, when the you're also Archer's brother. Thank God we won't be using Archer's brother as a call sign. What's going to be happening here, boys? You'll just be keeping score, all right? So welcome to the show, Josh, and welcome to the show, Callum. Boys, what's going to happen here? I'm going to be actually reading out from your club. In 45 seconds, you need to give me, I'll give you the player's number. You've got to give me their Christian name and their surname. No, I'll give you their number. You've got to give me their Christian name and their surname associated with that number. Are we clear on the rules for that one? Who would like to go first? Who would like to go first?
Ben will go first.
Ben would like to go
I'll
first.
go first, sure.
Ben would like to go first. So what's going to happen here, the way that, because now Ben's going first, what's going to happen, you're going to be keeping score. Every time you hear this word, correct, you just turn over the paddle and that noise. All right? So you've got 45 seconds on the clock. I'm going to read them all out. And you just have to give me their Christian name and their surname. We're going to go with your first one. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Yes, all right. Your first one is number 36.
Josh Williams.
Correct. Number 2.
Marley Williams.
Correct. Number 28.
Kane Turner.
Correct. Number 16.
Scott Thompson.
Correct. Number 25.
Robbie Tarrant.
Correct. Number 39.
Mitch Hibbard.
Billy
No,
Hartung.
Billy Hartung. Used
Number
to be.
35.
35, Declan Watson.
Correct. Number 5.
Ben Jacobs.
Correct. Number 11.
Luke McDonald.
Correct. Number 32.
Mason Wood.
Correct. Number 6.
Taylor Garner.
Correct. Number 42.
Declan Mountford.
Correct. Number 8.
Nathan Robart.
Correct. Number 9.
Is Luke Davies-Uniacke.
Correct. Number 12.
Jai Simpkin.
Correct. Number 13.
Ryan Clark.
Correct. Number 37.
Is... Pass.
Kyron Hayden. How'd he go? 15.
Sorry, Kyron.
Wow. Not bad, mate. 15. Good score. Good score. You can lick your lips and get a bit of... have a sip of water after that one. That was good. No, well done, mate. How did you do it? Did you go around the room and visualise?
I don't know. I just didn't know I was signing up for this much stress in one night.
Guessing you won't be answering those text messages anymore. All right, let's see how we go. Here comes your 45 seconds on the clock. It'll start with your first one. You're going to be keeping score, Callum. Archer's dad, brother, sister. All right. So your first one will start now. Number 14.
Trent Dumont.
Correct. Number 18.
Sean Atley.
Correct. Number 1.
Matt Jack Dorr.
Correct. Number 21.
Alex Morgan.
Correct. Number 7.
Jack Siebel.
Correct. 22.
Todd Goldstein.
Correct. Number 3.
Jed Anderson.
Correct. Number 23.
Ben McKay.
Correct. Number 4.
Sean Higgins.
Correct. Number 24.
Sam Durden.
Correct. Number 50.
Benny Brown.
Correct. Number 17.
Mitch Hibbard.
Correct. 10.
Ben Cunningham.
Yes. Number 26.
Dan Nielsen.
Correct. Number 20.
Nick Larkey.
Correct. Number 15.
Paul Ahern.
Correct. Number 27.
Will Walker.
Correct. Number 30.
Jared Waite.
Correct. Number 31.
Brad Bruce.
Yes. Correct. Number 19.
Sam Wright.
19. We have a winner. Well done, mate. How good's that? Good stuff. As I said, there's no losers here. We just have a runner-up. You two have got a soft drink holder, along with some other merchandise and a fridge magnet. And you don't go away empty-handed because you are our winner. Not bad for that. All you had to do was sit there and turn that over. You can go back and tell Archer's dad that you've got prizes as well.
Oh,
Well done,
yeah.
mate. Good on you, boys. Thanks for coming up and being part of it.
I think I've got 3 sets of vouchers.
Yeah, probably. So we've got one little last segment before we go to that. This segment is called What Can I Say? Now, Ben, you're going to be really happy to know there's no contestants and there's no prizes. It's just you boys having some fun. All right, so no stress here. What I'm going to ask you, though, boys, you can finish the sentence with one word or you can go into it with a long-winded answer. I'd probably prefer just one word, but we'll see how we go. Here's your first one. What are your thoughts on the AFLX?
Don't know.
Yep, good answer.
I'll shorten that to no.
No, all right. We'll go with this one. Pre-season games are?
Hard.
Hard.
Oh, one word.
Or thereabouts.
Can I leave it at that?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Sometimes the sound can just be enough. That'll do. What are your thoughts on the banners?
Hard to get through.
Yeah?
They are hard to get through.
I'm not even looking.
Excellent.
Well done. Threw that one in for you, Annette. There you go. All right, good stuff. Should a Super Goal be in home and away games?
No.
No?
No.
No? All right, next one. Is the current length of an AFL game right or wrong?
Wrong.
Wrong?
Right.
Right, okay. Should Tasmania have a team of their own?
Yes. At some point.
Okay.
I'd agree with that. Yes, down the track.
Down the
And
track.
as long as it isn't north going down to Tassie.
Cascade.
Their own team in their own right.
Okay, Cascade versus Bogues, I get it. Thursday night footy is?
No for me.
No? Okay.
Don't mind it.
Don't mind it? All right, yeah,
On the
good.
fence.
Your thoughts on a mid-season draft or trade period?
Like it.
Like it?
Undecided.
Undecided. All right. What's a good number for the interchange rule?
As in how many rotations you can have? Unlimited.
Unlimited. Yep.
Where it is.
Okay. All right. North supporters are.
The best.
Agreed.
Well done. Agreed. All right. Would you like to see State of Origin return?
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Sure.
Allies.
We have to scrounge up a Tasmanian team. No. Actually, I've given us a bad rap there. There's a few good ones running around. I like
The
to think.
Allies, mate. The Allies. Your thoughts on a Twilight Grand Final?
No. Traditionalist.
Yep.
See, I'm going to give a longer answer here. The only thing about playing in the day is that sun's setting and at one end of the ground you got the sun in your eyes. So as a key forward, I don't mind the idea of playing later in the evening.
Okay. That's
When everyone can see.
yeah, that's a good answer.
Just thought I'd
Seriously.
throw it out there.
Yeah, no, well done. I like it. Thanks for sharing that one. Is zoning a good idea for football?
Heart says no. As a forward, I'd like zoning because you get one-on-one contests and don't have extra defenders. He'd like it too.
Yeah.
But I'm a traditionalist, so no.
Yeah. Okay.
I think zones can be a couple of different things. As long as they're starting positions, I don't mind it.
Yep.
If you can't go outside the forward 50, a la netball, I don't.
No way. I hear you, mate. All right. If you were to describe yourself as a car, what sort of car would you be?
Probably like a beat-up Hilux or something.
Rough
Slow.
and rugged, can get off road.
Yeah, a little slow.
Yeah. Ben?
A combi.
That's a great answer.
Touche there, mate. Touche. Well said. Should staging be a finable or reportable offence?
Reportable.
Reportable?
Yeah, I think finable.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Do you like the score review?
I like the concept if they could ever get it right.
Yeah, that's good. That's a very good answer. Ben?
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. They
Yeah.
need to have the technology needs to be
Better.
up to scratch so you can actually tell.
Yeah. If you've got it, use it. All right. Do you prefer the coach to be on the bench or in the box?
In the box, far away.
Geez, that come quick, mate.
Oh, you don't need to coach there. Giving the spray through the phone's one thing. When it's in person, it's a different thing.
Very nice. Love it.
So, yeah, same.
Same.
I think Madge would probably have a similar answer too. That one a year or
Yes.
so ago, down the
Yes.
phone, I reckon would have been slightly better than on the bench.
Magic probably would have preferred the next ground. But anyway, do you like the split round fixture, what we just went through?
I'm a big advocate for two buys for
Yes.
the players. It's
Yep.
a long year. The split rounds, I don't mind. It's the only way
Okay.
it works. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, don't mind it as well. So, yeah, exactly the same.
Yep, all right. Being an AFL footballer is
Good fun.
good fun
Yeah, awesome. And a
Awesome.
privilege.
and a privilege. Well said. Eddie had roof, opened or closed?
Shut.
Shut.
Best thing
was-
ever in winter when it's pouring down rain outside and you drive underneath and
Yeah.
it's
Nice.
Leave the
Nice.
weather
not
behind.
like the old days.
Yeah, I hear you. A 50-metre penalty for infringing on the 10-metre rule. Harsh or fair, or just plain stupid?
Don't like it.
Don't like it?
I don't mind the idea of having a 25-metre penalty or something like
Yeah,
that. A la, harking back to the days of 15-metre penalty
Yep.
for those lesser offences.
I hear. All right, okay. An AFL coach's job is? Sometimes, as I said, a noise can just be the answer.
Yeah, it's probably honestly, in my eyes, one of the hardest jobs in the world.
Yeah,
Incredibly time-consuming.
yeah.
I think I wouldn't want to be Penny Scott. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Or Mrs. Hardwick. Your thoughts on Good Friday football?
Love it.
Love it?
Great cause.
Absolutely
Yep,
love it.
excellent. Do you like the round 23 bye round?
No, I think that gives top 4 teams a disadvantage.
Okay, yep, good.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really
Good
considered
for
it.
teams if you're in the bottom part. But I think if you finish on top of the ladder, you need to be well rewarded for that.
Yep.
And potentially get the week off if you play well.
I hear you. Beautiful. Playing for the Kangaroos is
Dream come true.
dream come true.
Yeah, the best.
What he said. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
I think, do you win anything for either of them?
What was that? Mark or goal of the year?
Yeah.
I don't think so anymore.
You used to win a car for a mark. I'm not
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
won for a
Nothing
goal.
anymore. Yeah, nothing anymore.
I'd say goal.
Goal.
Okay, Mark.
Mark. Nice. North Melbourne at the end of the home and away season this year will finish
6.
6. Nice.
Coming hot.
Yep.
5th.
Okay.
Convincing.
4th.
Even nicer answer. All right. When you see a poster or merchandise of yourself, what do you think?
I need to go to a solarium.
Good answer. And an honest one. If you need to go to the solarium, Ben's going, what do you think I need? We'll leave that.
It depends which merchandise it is. I think we're both on socks this year, and
We look all right on the socks.
All right. Which team will finish with a wooden spoon in 2018?
oh,
Carlton.
Carlton.
Carlton. All right. Who's your Brownlow tip for 2018?
I want Higgins there, but I think there says Tom Mitchell.
Okay. Yep. I've got Higgins as a smoky.
Yeah, I'd love Higo to win it.
Yeah.
I think Cunners will steal a lot of votes, which
Yeah.
will probably harm him a little bit. I don't know. I think Tom Mitchell's not a bad pick.
Yep.
Not sure.
Or Maxi Gorn that you thought before.
Or Maxi, yep.
Yeah,
potentially.
Okay. All right. What's your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
I smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Love it.
Beautiful. Excellent. Nice. Do you prefer summer? Do you prefer summer or winter?
Winter.
Winter.
Obviously likes winter.
Winter.
Yeah, well, that's complexion doesn't go too well in the sun. So.
At the minute, we do our set shot goal kicking at the end of the week, and we've got our sevens goal kicking, where we have 7 spots from around the ground where we have a shot, and if we're travelling away, whoever loses has to do the rounds, the Virgin Lounge, and get everyone lunch and coffees if you lose. So that's one of the things we do. But at the moment, it's actually one of the most pressurised environments you'll ever kick under, because everyone's spraying as you run in.
Yeah.
Currently, the only thing people say to me as I'm running in is, the sun. Because they
And it gets him. He
haven't got
misses.
your SPF 50 on. That's it for me at the moment. So definitely winter is the answer.
Boomer Harvey used to be the plane. Yeah. We won't go there. Describe Melbourne traffic in one word.
Horrific.
Horrific's a great answer.
Can we make worse than Tassie in one word?
Yeah, we can go with that. Yeah, we can. 2 last questions here. If you had to choose music or TV?
TV. There's music on TV.
That's smart.
Yes, we
isn't
like
it?
that. Good answer, mate. Lateral
Street smart.
thinking. Very
Yeah,
good.
copycat.
I want to go with what he said. That's good. All right, here's your last one. There's only one thing you can take to a desert island. What is it? Sam Wright. I didn't say that. That come from out there.
It would honestly be close. It'd be fun. It would make some fun. Probably a
Nice.
tennis ball.
My wife.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's beautiful. Can you please put your hands together for the boys with What Can I Say? All right. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to very quickly let you know, we do these shows every Wednesday night. We get champions like these 2 along. We did a North Melbourne show tonight. Thanks to everyone for coming along and being part of it. I need to let you know in the coming weeks, we're going to pack all this up tonight, and then we're jumping on a plane and going to Tassie. We're doing a show Friday night with Dane Swan and Brendan Favola, live from the Granada Hotel in Glenorchy, Tasmania. Berrydale, to be exact. That's going to be a huge show. We're looking forward to that on Friday night. August the 8th, we're doing a Geelong show with Tim Kelly and Tom Stewart, live from the Gateway Hotel in Corio. August the 15th, we're doing a show with Sean Grigg and Jack Wewalt, live from the Village Green in Mulgrave. August the 22nd, we're doing a show with Taylor Adams and Jeremy Howe, live from the Seaford Hotel. August 29th, we're doing a show with Trent Cotchin and Jack Wewalt, live from the Westside Hotel in Laverton. And on September the 5th, we're doing a Melbourne show with Maxie Gorn and Clayton Oliver, live from the Burvale Hotel in Nuttawading. Ladies and gentlemen, could you now please put your hands together for Ben Brown and Jack Zeeble from the North Melbourne Football Club. I wish you boys all the best of luck. You're coming up against Brisbane. I spoke about it in our tipping before. Good luck to the North Melbourne Football Club. I'd love to see you guys play finals. I wish you all the best on the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you play more football as the season goes on. I just wanted to say thanks to Sam and Rob tonight. Did a great job, boys. Thanks to the wonderful Sandy who looked after the door. But more importantly, thanks to all of you wonderful North Melbourne fans who came out to be part of it tonight. We really enjoyed it. We hope to see you again soon. Did you have a good time, boys?
It was good. Thanks everyone for turning out. It was a fun, was it Wednesday night?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hump
I
day.
thought it was Thursday. It feels like Thursday.
Absolutely, and look forward to doing another one soon.
Good.
Make sure everyone get back to that as well.
Yeah, good. Love it, mate. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name is Damien. Thank you and good night. Cheers, guys.